Hamish Marshall's unbeaten half-century helped edge Gloucestershire to a narrow victory over Middlesex in a tight T20 encounter at Bristol. Inserted by their opponents, Gloucestershire quickly stated their intent through Kiwi batsman Aaron Redmond. William Porterfield also found the boundary as the home side tried to cash in during the power play overs. But Irishman Porterfield fell for 8 in the third over, caught in the deep by Josh Davey off the bowling of Pedro Collins. And Redmond soon followed, edging Tyrone Henderson through to the keeper, having made 10. Another New Zealander, James Franklin, blasted Tim Murtagh for 6, but after a breezy 22, he was stumped down the leg side by Ben Scott off Neil Dexter. Gloucestershire 44 for 3 in the 8th over. Captain Alex Gidman quickly cleared the ropes with a sweet straight 6 as he joined another Kiwi, Hamish Marshall, in the key stand of the innings. But it should have been curtailed in its infancy, Tom Smith spilling a return chance to send Marshall packing. And that miss proved costly as Marshall too tucked into the Middlesex bowling with a maximum off Dexter. The pair added 94 in a shade more than 10 overs as Gloucestershire hit the accelerator. Former Black Cat batsman Marshall paced his effort well and would eventually reach 50 from 38 balls with 2 fours to go with that 6. Gidman launched another maximum himself before perishing on 42 made from 33 balls, Dawid Malan safely clutching a skyer as Murtagh got his revenge and his first scalp. Richard Dawson threw the bat in a late flurry, but then holed out to Scott Newman as Collins returned to the Middlesex attack. Kadir Ali also sacrificed his wicket, bagging a second ball duck in the final over, before Jonathan Batty's boundary took the home side past 150, with Marshall unbeaten on 52. Chasing 154 for victory, Middlesex got ahead of the rate thanks to openers Scott Newman and David Warner. With Adam Gilchrist now back home, the big-hitting Warner carries much of the threat at the top of their order. But his cameo was cut short on 17, Anthony Ireland's catch giving 19-year-old David Payne a memorable first wicket on his T20 debut. Tyrone Henderson briefly flexed his considerable muscle by bludgeoning a 6 off Steve Kirby, and his feat was quickly matched by left-hander Newman as once again the ball disappeared over the ropes. But with Middlesex seemingly in the pink in more ways than one, Newman's stay ended on 18, Redmond pouching a catch off Ireland's bowling to make it 41 for 2. Captain Neil Dexter started confidently enough, but at this point the introduction of spinner Dawson quite literally turned things Gloucestershire's way. Dexter bowled round his legs, aiming an extravagant sweep. Dawid Malan kept the board ticking at the other end, but the miserly Dawson was conceding just 5 runs and over, and also claimed the dangerous Henderson on his way to impressive figures of 2 for 20. No Owen Morgan, but seemingly no matter, as Malan made the most of a free hit. Owe Shah showed glimpses of the form which once made him an England one-day pick, but a miscue signalled his demise, caught Dawson bowled Payne for 17. Josh Davey was undone for naught thanks to smart glove work from Jonathan Batty, and at 108 for 6 Middlesex were now struggling. Ben Scott, recently returned from Worcestershire, did his best to up the tempo. Malan meanwhile gave the phrase throwing the bat new meaning as his splintered willow almost cleaned out Kirby. Although the pair added a quick-fire 34, it was a bridge too far for Middlesex, and once Malan lost his bails to Kirby, after a valiant 44 from 39 balls, the game was up. Marshall the standout performer with the bat, Dawson with the ball, as Gloucestershire squeaked home by just 4 runs. But they remain bottom of the South Group, 2 points behind Middlesex, who missed the chance to move up.